How much do you need to earn to afford a 250k house in the UK? Hello, my name's Shalom. I'm a chartered accountant working at a bank and I make personal finance content. So if that's something that interests you, please give me a follow. Most lenders let you borrow around 4.5 times your salary. So let's say you're putting down a 10% deposit of £25,000. This means you need a mortgage of £225,000. Now, if you divide that by 4.5, this means that you need a household income of around £50,000 a year. Now, I said household because this doesn't mean one person. If you've got a couple friends, brothers or sisters, or a partner, you can combine your salaries to get this mortgage. Now, at today's interest rates, your repayment should look around £1,200 to £1,400 per month. But this does depend on the deal that you strike up with your lender. I think it's also important to consider all the costs that a lot of people don't factor in. So for example, stamp duty on your first property of 250k, you don't pay any money on it since you're a first-time buyer. However, if you're a second-time buyer or you've bought a house before, then you'd be roughly paying around £2,500 on a 250k property. There are also solicitor fees which cost you around £1,000 to £2,000. There are also mortgage fees where lenders charge you this sort of arrangement fee for even giving you that deal. And then also the obvious costs of like moving costs or buying furniture for your property if it's unfurnished, for example. So in reality, it's not about just the 25k deposit that you'll put down. You'll need roughly around 30 to 35,000 pounds to cover all these other costs, these miscellaneous costs, or these costs that a lot of people don't worry about. And lastly, lenders will look at your credit score. They will look at how you're able to afford the repayment. And this is usually why it's best to combine your salary with someone else, your friends, your partner, family members, etc. Because you can combine your salary to either get you a better mortgage or to show that you can comfortably afford the repayments. Let me know if you want a cost breakdown of a 400k house in the UK.